Hi everybody, this is Abby with Scrap and Abby, and I have another video for you guys. I went to a few junk shops when I got off work today. I just wanted to I like to go in there every, I don't know, once a month, every couple weeks, something like that too. We only have 3 in my town, so we don't have that many, but I like to go in there and kind of see what new things they have to put out and that kind of thing. So I stopped by there when I got off work today and just picked up a few things, not as much as I normally do. This isn't actually from the junk shop, one of the junk shops. I'll tell you about those in just a second. But I just kind of wanted to do just a video just to kind of share with you guys some of the crafty things I picked up, mostly more for some of the mixed media projects that I've been doing, the canvases, and some of the layouts that are a little more dimensional that you would typically put, like, you know, in a shadow box or hang on your wall, not so much that you would put in, you know, an actual 12 by 12 album or something like that. So the first thing, let me just kind of get this out of the way. Since Memorial Day is on Monday, I was at Walmart and they had these for only $3. And normally I go buy real flowers to put out on my dad's grave and my brother's grave. And I grew up with 2 dads. My older sibling's dad I knew as my dad, and then my younger brother, his dad, they both, you know, raised me as their own, and with my mom. And so anyway, so I was very lucky, and I had 2 dads growing up with my mom. So, and I never called them stepdad or anything, because to me, steps are what you walk on. They're not, you know, somebody who cares and loves you for, you know, they took me as if I was their own biological child. So anyway, just wanted to explain why I'm saying I have 2 dads, because my mom was married twice. So anyway, I'm not sure I told you all that, but anyhow, so these are the flowers I picked up. I thought these were really, really pretty. I was looking at them and there was a sweet older lady that was, you know, trying to reach them. And so she and I chatted for a few minutes at the store, and she was telling me, you know, how many graves she had to go visit on Monday, and it was quite a long list she had. So anyway, so I wanted to grab these because I thought these were really cool. Both of my dads were in the military. One was in the Army and one was in the Navy. So I wanted to grab these, but I also have an extra bundle that I'm using on a craft project, which I will share with you guys later, because I'm not going to divulge much info about that at this point, but just to kind of keep you in suspense. So these are really cool. I think they're really neat. I like, you know, they're like this plasticky fabric type material, but I think the pattern and the flowers are very cute. So look for those in a project coming up. I'm just going to toss those to the side. And the other item I picked up at Walmart while I was there, because I saw it was only $1 a yard. I don't even know what kind of fabric this is. It doesn't matter because I'm not using it to sew with. I'm using it to craft with. So just wanted to share that with you guys. I got this big, huge pile, 5 yards for only $5, which I thought was a good deal, because I like it, because I'm going to be using it for some different projects. So I'm going to be probably doing one of my tutorials this weekend is going to be with this, because I'm going to make some flowers. So plus it's purple and I love it. I thought it was very pretty. So that's it for actual the store stuff. The rest of this is all kind of from the junk shops and, well, thrift shops, I guess you guys probably would call them, but I call it Junkin, because I'm going and looking through everybody else's stuff to, you know, find some treasures for myself. So the first one I went to was Habitat for Humanity. And I'll move this off to the side because it's this pile over here. Actually, let me do that one last, since the stuff in that pile is kind of dirty because it's a bunch of metals and that kind of thing. So the second store I went to after Habitat was this one. It's called the Etc. shop, and it's half of it's kind of a thrift store and half of it is this store that's dedicated to 10,000 villages. It's just really cool. You know, it's like baskets and beaded work and blankets and rugs, just really cool wicker work, and it's made from people in the African villages in the different, you know, there's tons of different villages in all over Africa, and when you purchase from them, the money goes back to that organization and helps them with, you know, getting water into the village and things like that. So I've gone there. I mean, it's been here in Lebanon ever since I can remember. I used to go there and get different kind of cool bracelets. I didn't buy this bracelet from there, but this is the kind of stuff they sell. If you can kind of see how you can tell it's like handmade, you know, type of jewelry and stuff. They sell really cool things in there. I love that store. I didn't shop on that side today because my purpose was just try to get some things from, you know, the Junkin trip of the day, but they put what I bought in the sack. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. So I think that's a really cool thing. So if you guys have, you know, places like that in your community that, you know, where it's, make sure I get everything in my bag, where it, you know, benefits people in, you know, other countries or even local charities, I think it's a kind of a cool thing to do. because you're, you know, kind of helping other people out when you're purchasing things too. So these are some little sheets and books of music, old music, which I thought was really cool. They were only $1/4 a piece, which I thought was really awesome. I love this. I think that is just so beautiful. Love it. You know, and it's sheet music, of course, and so it's just really cool. It's all ratted and torn, and I just love it. You know, the purpose to buy these was to put these in some, you know, the mini albums, tags, things like that, because you can use them, you know, this is real true vintage ephemera, and it's not something you have to buy that's been reproduced to look like it's old, because this really is old, and it was only $1/4 for this whole packet. Oh, I didn't even see that stuff on the back. Very cool. And it's in French, I'm assuming. I don't speak French, but I'm assuming that's what language it is. Anyway, so I thought it was kind of cool. So I don't know if I'm going to cut into this right away. I might hoard it just to look at it because I just think it's so pretty. And then I grabbed this one as well because I like the color of it. I like the greens in it and kind of the cream. Again, this is just more of the same. So it's only 25 cents for this, you know, and there's like 6 or 8 pages of sheet music in here. I thought that was really cool. And then here's another one. This beautiful image of these you know, ladies in their little pinafores, and oh, I didn't see it. It's like a little minstrel right there playing to them. So that was kind of pretty. And then there's some ads on the back side. Really cool. And then this one I bought. This is only you only had this one page. The inserts were missing, but it was still worth $1/4 to me. I'm working on another project, which I'll share with you guys later when I get that done. But anyway, I just liked the blues and kind of the wording on this one. So those were fun to pick up. And then I think, oh, and I got these 2 items. I got these 2 postcards. These were only $1/4 a piece. These are the ones I liked the best out of what was still there. I thought that was really cool. It's just a photo of an old bedroom, you know, like probably from some old Victorian home. That's just crazy, have a bed like that. I think that'd be pretty cool. Unless if I can see a date on here. Oh, it's the downstairs bedroom at Mount Vernon. I guess it does say on the back what it is, so that's pretty cool. And then this one I grabbed, not really to craft with, but just because it has the Twin Towers in it. And, you know, sadly, they're no longer there, at least in that state. So I just kind of wanted to have a little bit of history that still showed, you know, the Twin Towers. I've never been to New York before. I want to go someday, but I haven't been before. And it's a postcard. I didn't even look at the back of it, from 1976. So anyway, somebody sent that to somebody here in Lebanon, where I'm from. And I think that is, oh, I got this little pile of stuff here. Sorry guys, I'm a little scattery. I'm getting ready to start a 3-day weekend, so I'm pretty excited. And I've just got a fun-filled weekend of crafting ahead of me, so I'm a little giddy and kind of scattery, so I apologize for that. This was $1.50 for this cool trim. I mean, I have a lot of this kind of stuff. I mean, I have lots of trims and ribbons and stuff, but I just thought this was kind of cool. I don't have one quite like this. And my mind is really thinking more so for Christmas. Let me see if I got a little piece of white paper, so you guys can see that a little better. You know, Valentine's is obviously over, but I'm thinking ahead like for Christmas time or something, because it's got this really pretty red glitter in it. I think that'd be really cool on some, you know, either as a bow on a wreath or on a card or something like that. So I picked up that for only $1.50. And this obviously is for, you know, more of the mixed media canvas projects. I was digging in this bin of light plate covers, and I was like, oh, it's just a standard plastic one, something really cool. And then my fingers felt the edging on this, that detail, and I was like, what is that? And it was only 75 cents, and this is solid metal. This is like the real deal. It's not plastic or anything like that. And it was only 75 cents, and I thought it was really cool because I'm going to use that on a mixed media project, so that's really cool. And then this was only, I think this was only $1.50, and I bought this for the frame. One might think I might have bought it because of the purple, but I didn't. I bought it because I like this frame. It's solid metal. It's really cool. This is old. I don't know, you know, what date it's from or anything like that, but somebody's needlepoint on there. So I bought that because I think that's really cool. I like that. And then this also was only 75 cents. Just the metal letter. Again, you know, to put on a layout, this would be really neat on the front of a journal or something like that, or even on a mixed media canvas. You know, this is just kind of like a larger metal letter, or number, excuse me, which I thought was really neat to have, you know, just kind of in my stash of stuff. And then the last thing I purchased from that store was this record album. It was like, I think this was like 50 cents or something. And this is what it looks like inside. I don't know how old it is. I didn't look for a date, but you know, obviously it held the old, I guess the 45s in it. This is what it looks like. And so I think you guys can probably see where I'm going with this one. It doesn't take too much of the imagination to figure that out, but making a mini out of this, I think would be really cool. You know, some of the pages I'll have covered with some cardstock, different things like that. You know, obviously you have lots of pull-out tabs and tags for pages for journaling, that kind of thing. So this will be a fun project. It's going to sit in my box of other vintage ephemera like this and, you know, albums for now, because I've got quite the laundry list of projects to work on. But that will be down the road. Maybe this summer I can work on something like that. So that's my pile from that store. And then after I went to that one, I went to Teen Challenge thrift store. I'm not sure if there's Teen Challenge centers in your guys' neck of the woods, but basically I'll give you just like a 30-second, 60-second rundown. Basically, it's a Christian ran program for males, at least the one in Lebanon, that are 18 up to whatever age. 18 is the youngest, and it's a place for men and young adults to go when they've gotten themselves in trouble with the law due to, you know, drugs, alcohol, anything like that. And then it's just another program for them to go into versus going to jail or something like that if they are eligible to go into that program. And my mom actually used to manage that thrift store for decades until she had her stroke, and then she had to stop working, and until now she's retired. So anyway, I went in there and they had like a screaming deal of all kinds of stuff, and everything in their store was 50% off. Everything, furniture, clothes, everything. And so it was really cool. There wasn't a whole ton I wanted because, you know, I was noticed about a month ago, but you know, some of their stuff is, you know, not always. I find more, you know, the crap things I'm kind of looking for more so at the other stores like Goodwill, that kind of thing. I just don't think there's a lot of, you know, the different kinds of metals and things I'm looking for that get donated to that particular thrift shop. So, but I did find some good deals. I got a ton of these different numbers, and you know, they're like epoxy type letters or numbers, excuse me. And these are like, this one's white. It's got a little bit of a glitter in it, and this one is, you know, just kind of like a champagne colored epoxy. Anyway, so I just grabbed all that they had just because I think these are neat to put like on a layout or on the front of a journal or something like that. And they were 49 cents, and of course 50% off of that. So these were really cheap, of course. And this was in the case when I was checking out. It was marked at $1.99, so I paid $1 for this. It's in a keychain, but you know, I'm going to use this in a mixed media project. And the problem is, what side am I going to use? Because I like it, but I might hang it off the side of a journal. I have one behind my desk that's done, but like, you know how you can hang it off the side of a mini album or something like that, having, you know, some ribbon and some other embellishments or something, kind of, you know, make it like, you know, those arty cakes you can get like at Michael's and stuff, but you know, kind of make your own deal. So thought that wasn't bad for $1. And this was also $1, this roll. I don't particularly care for the color. I'm not really a yellow fan so much, but I don't know what this is. This is sticky. And it feels like, it resembles that drywall tape to me, but I'm looking at this for the texture standpoint. So this will be really fun to use on some projects as well. And let's see. Oh, and my last thing I got from the Teen Challenge thrift store was this. This was $1.99. Sorry, it's kind of big. And of course, this was only $1, and it's wood. It's got these metal corners. I was thinking, I picked it up and I put it down, and then I picked it back up again. I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do with this thing. And so, you know, it has, I mean, I have ideas, but, you know, I don't know if I need more stuff in my room. And these have these little hangers. You can hang it on the wall if you want. So my thought was to put maybe my distress pads in, you know, because they would fit. And I wasn't sure, but I'm testing it out now with you guys. And it looks like they do. And even if it's standing up on my table, I could still reach in easily and grab them out. So, and I would just put a label on the bottom so I could know which one's which. So I'm not sure. I think I might do that. Of course, I'll, you know, paint this up and wipe it up and everything. So it's, you know, it's kind of dusty and dirty, but it's only $1. So, and I figure if I don't end up using it, we're having a garage sale in about a month, then I can put it in my garage sale and make some money off of that, and then go buy some more crafty stuff. Now, I think that's the last thing before I get to this last pile of, this is the stuff I got from the Habitat for Humanity. This is probably the best place for me to find all kinds of metals and knobs and drawer pulls and things like that, because that's basically what they have in there. It's a lot of home building items that people donate. I know my husband and I donated hundreds of dollars of caulking and some stuff from Loctite to them, because we had it for it was donated as for a fundraiser for my son's school, for a trip he was going on. So of course we didn't feel right keeping the rest that didn't sell, and the person who donated didn't want it back. we didn't want to like sell it and make a profit because that wouldn't be the right thing to do. So we ended up donating all of that to the Habitat for Humanity. And that's when I kind of started looking around at first, and I was like, whoa, they've got some really cool stuff in here. And that was probably 4 or 5 years ago. So I went there again today, and they had this ball chain on this big, huge spool, and it was only, I think the lady said it was 25 cents a yard for this. And so I just got a pile of it. I just had her pull some off and just had her cut some, you know, just a little bit, because I wanted to kind of have a small amount just so I can kind of play with it and see how I want to use it. But of course they had a huge spool, so I could always go back and get more if I wanted to. But I thought that was kind of cool. And I have a wipe right here because this stuff is kind of dirty, because it's, you know, this is stuff that they get from like homes and they tear them down or things like that. So these were all in a bag, and these are just some old school, you know, door knobs or door pulls. You can put them together. This, of course, is going on some mixed media projects, or even on the front of a mini album or something, or even, you know, something like this size. Obviously, I would, you know, have they take the screw out the back, and some of these have like that. No, oopsie. Some of these have that little knob right there. My husband has tools that will pop that right off, so it could be flushed against the album, or I could even screw it in. So, you know, it can mimic the, you know, like the Graphic 45, you know, the different knobs and handle door plates that they have, that kind of thing. So just a cheaper alternative, and plus it's fun to use something that's really authentic like that, not, you know, manufactured to look old. And here's another one. I just grabbed one of these because I wanted to see how this looked on a project before I bought a bunch of them. Here's a hinge, because these are always really cool to put on projects, and some nails that come with it. And if you guys are thinking like, what in the world would you do with this kind of stuff on a crafting project or mixed media, I have that canvas that I've been talking about that I have done probably almost a month ago now. I need to get the video together. It's spliced in a couple things, and I need to just edit it, get it together, and then I'll share with you guys what that looks like. I did post on my Facebook, and I'm looking on my phone real quick for pictures. Maybe I can show you guys really quickly. I did post a picture on my Facebook of what it looks like, but I haven't done my video yet on YouTube, and I need to do that so I can get that for you guys, because I know people have been asking me about it, and I don't have a really good picture on my phone of what it looks like, but I can show you a picture of what it, actually I think I do. Give me just a sec, you guys. I'm sorry. I have some pictures of it when all the metals and things were laying out on the canvas before I actually painted it and did all my spraying and spritzing and stuff, and I'll show you that one. I'll make it bigger so you guys can see a little bit here, just a second. So this is the canvas I did, and you can see all the different metals and you know, screws and knobs and flowers, and it doesn't matter what the colors are because you cover it all over with gesso anyway, so you can't even tell. And it's just really fun to do that kind of stuff, and I got the inspiration from that off of one of the design team members from Lindy's Stamp Gang. So it was just a really fun project to work on. And here's a picture of it in the window at the Habitat for Humanity store, because they have a contest going on. This is a horrible picture of it, but you can see that it's not those bright colors that you guys saw before. So I will make that one of my goals to get that up this weekend. So anyway, back to the pile. Here are a couple of knobs, or door pulls, excuse me, that I picked up also. These are really cool on a 12 by 12 layout to put like on the corner, you know, or on a frame or something like that. Really pretty. And these, I just grabbed one of each. I wanted to see how I liked them. These look like the, you know, the knobs that you get like from Tim Holtz or something like that. This is really heavy. This is really pretty. And then here's one that's a big gold ball. I'm thinking about using some alcohol inks just to kind of experiment and see how I can make this look like marbleized or something. Thought that'd be kind of fun. And I think that was it for my pile, except for these right here. Now this is going to sound crazy, and it probably is crazy, but I'm going to give it a try, because how do you know if you don't try it, right? So these are some screen door parts, and what these are, and I started to pull them out, but they've got like this oil on them because of the wheels. So I'm just going to pull out just one. But it has, my idea is to take, and I bought 2 packs, so I have 4, is to, you know, clip this part off and then have just this. And I can make my own little, you know, wheels like the ones that Tim Holtz has. I forget what he calls his, but, you know, because they roll, because it was on a screen door. So I'm going to maybe put this on a project or something. I have something in mind for that. So then that's, again, down the road, like the, you know, the other album I showed you guys, because I got tons of things going on. But I thought I'd just pull it, you know, stick it in my stash of metals and kind of see where it, you know, what it evolves into. So my thing I'm going to wrap up with, you guys, is I'm going to share with you how I store this kind of stuff. Now, I have all, you know, all of my medals and the different embellishments that I buy off of Etsy and that are Graphic 45, Tim Holtz, Prima, that kind of stuff. I have those all separated over there in one of those huge old letterpress wood drawer trays, you know, the big huge ones that have all little tiny wood compartments, because I want to keep those separate from this stuff, because this stuff is kind of, you know, some of it's gunky and, you know, and I wipe it off as I dig it out of my box here to use it, and I wanted to keep those types of things separate and clean, because those are really going to be used more on projects with, you know, as layouts, cards, that kind of thing, and this is more for the bigger junky stuff I do. That sounds bad. My stuff isn't junky, but you know what I mean. So this was given to me a long time ago, and I never used it for its intended purpose, because I just don't store my ribbon this way, or my spools of ribbon. I just don't store them the way that this does it, and so, you know, oh, we can hear it all moving in there. So you know what I mean. It's those big ribbon things. You can put your spools on this dowel that's inside, and you can pull your ribbon out and cut it. Well, I kept it because, just a second, it's gonna be loud. Sorry. I kept it because I didn't want to get rid of it, because I like to kind of keep things in case I have a use for it, and I did this time. So let me move this stuff out of the way here. And so this top drawer, you guys can see, and sorry if it's gonna be loud for a second, has some of the different metals and things that I picked up before that I shared with you guys on my other videos, and some are some things that I've had just for some time. So I put some of the smaller metals, washers, that kind of stuff in the top, and then you just pull this out, and you guys can see that dowel still in there, and I kept it just because, I don't know, I just kept it in there. No real reason, I guess. And in here in the bottom are a lot of the bigger ones, like the different door plates that I use on projects. You know, this one's plastic. Some of the bigger drawer pulls, that kind of thing. I keep those in the bottom, and I just kind of dump all my stuff in there, and that way when I get, you know, this urge to work on a mixed media project or to incorporate some metals or something into my projects, then I can just kind of go to my metals box here and just kind of dig through it and get what I want for a project. So I probably won't ever decorate the outside of this box, just because, you know, it's just holding this kind of stuff, but you never know. So I just wanted to kind of share that with you guys on how I store those types of items that I pick up, because that way, you know, they're contained in an area where that isn't going to get the rest of my other crafting supplies dirty, or, you know, with different marks on it or things like that. So that is all that I have to share with you guys today. I'm probably going to be videoing you guys to death, because like I said, I'm going to be working on some tutorials this weekend, and also putting up the video of that canvas I was showing you guys. So be sure to check back on my YouTube channel for some more videos if you guys are interested in seeing what I'm going to be up to on this long holiday weekend. I might be able to even convince my daughter to step in here, maybe do a flower tutorial with me or something like that. So, because she's pretty crafty, you know. So I will see you guys later, and happy crafting.